Hey guys, welcome back to the Web3 Daily. Let's talk about the market first. Over the past 24 hours, my honest first reaction to the whole thing was this is insane. Like, actually insane. Bitcoin just blasted through the 124.0 level, hit a fresh all-time high, and took out nearly 400 million worth of liquidations across the market. Shorts, absolutely shredded. Ethereum wasn't far behind, either pushed right up to 4,700, looking like it's ready to reclaim its spot as a core bull market asset. What really caught my eye though was how ADA, OP, SOL, TON, all those hot names started rotating up together. ADA alone popped more than 15% in a single day. It felt like money was on fire, jumping from one sector to the next, looking for something to bet on. Even meme coins came back to life. It's one of those moments where if you weren't already in the market, everything was flying. Some people want to explain this as ETFs, macro rates, institutional rotation. But honestly, it felt more like no one wants to short right now, and everyone's just looking for a reason to AP in. Now let's move from price to the juiciest thing happening on chain right now. To be real with you, the first time I saw this tweet, I kind of froze. A user named Caroline came out publicly on Twitter, said she's got 6.2 million locked up on a platform called Mystonks. Withdrawals blocked. No support. Nothing. At first, I honestly thought this was some internet cloud thread, but then she dropped multiple wallet receipts, full on-chain proof, screenshots showing she got banned from the Telegram group, and described the pattern of unanswered emails. That's when it hit me this might actually be real. She said she was drawn in by the hype around trading US. Stocks on-chain saw Mystonks was advertising it hard, claimed to be licensed, looked clean. So she sent over 7 million worth of crypto from Binance to the platform across a few days. Initial withdrawals worked. Then, when she tried to pull out 3.6 million, things went quiet. They told her it triggered risk control. She submitted all her documents, but no one replied. Support stopped responding. Telegram muted. Email, radio, silence. And then it gets worse. She said someone privately told her that the funds have already been internally moved by the platform. Once this hit X, the debate exploded. Some users said this is a scam, this is a polished rug. Others came forward saying they'd also experienced withdrawal issues with Mystonks, just not on this scale. But there were also plenty of skeptics. Some said, who the hell put 6 million into some random on-chain brokerage? Others were harsher. She was being greedy. This is just FTX in a different wrapper. And honestly, scrolling through the replies, it felt like half the internet defaulted to blaming the victim. Mystonks eventually issued a statement over 24 hours later. They said they were complying with a request from law enforcement, that this involved a suspected case of fraud sanctions or drug-related activity. They said it only applied to one user, and that everyone else could withdraw as normal. But the way they phrased it, it sounded exactly like the kind of, you're not banned, you're under investigation language we've seen before. And let's be real, no one knows if Caroline actually did anything wrong, or if the platform is just using that narrative to hold the funds. The replies started splitting. Some people said maybe her address got flagged by accident. Maybe she interacted with the wrong DeFi contract. Others went straight for sarcasm. Congrats, Caroline, newest inductee into the Web3 Philanthropy Club. Look, I'm not taking sides. I have no idea what the real story is. But what I do know is this: we've got more and more compliant-looking DeFi platforms popping up. And once your money's inside, if you don't hold the keys, all that talk about licenses means nothing. Will Mystonks become a case study? I'm not making that call. But if they don't show clear on-chain movement of the funds, you know what the community is gonna assume. Now let's shift into some high-heat headlines, stories that made a lot of noise today, with some real market impact and some storytelling masterclasses mixed in. When I saw Bitcoin's market cap officially overtook Alphabet, the parent company of Google, I froze for a second. Like, think about that. From being dismissed as magic internet money to hitting a 2.45 trillion market cap, now ranked in the top 5 global assets, alongside Apple, Microsoft, and Saudi Aramco. And it wasn't just a FOMO push either. BTC broke 120k cleanly a few days ago, and now it's holding above 124k. A bunch of shorts got wrecked too, so this wasn't topping out, it was new money coming in. The wild part, Ethereum followed, not just tagging along, but actually pushing to 4,700. That's almost back to its ATH. The entire crypto market cap hit 4 trillion. Meme coins, L2s, alt loans, all of them caught a bid. You want another clue this is real? Bitcoin dominance is starting to fall. Capital's rotating. That's what happens during the main leg of a run. Is this the top? I don't know. But if you are still waiting for a safer confirmation signal, you might never get on the train. ADA was a surprise of the day, up over 15% at one point. It felt like a slap in the face to anyone who doubted it. Just pure price aggression. Yeah, of course. Some KOLs on X are warning folks to chill. This is when people FOMO in at the highs, forget risk management, and buy the top anyway. And they're not wrong.
But for me, this move made sense. Rate cut expectations are intensifying. ETF flows are hitting. US. Equities are also breaking new highs. It's not just liquidity, it's sentiment.
It's belief. So if you're still wondering, will it keep pumping? Maybe a better question is, are you even ready if it does?